Welcome back to the Geek Garage. Okay, this is writing, and here's what we're going to work on today. We've been thinking about our story mountain going up and down, or actually as you look at it going up this way. So we start with our setting, we get to the build-up, we go up to the problem, and then the problem's resolved, and then comes the ending. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a strange thing. We're going to go boom, we're going to work on our problems today. Now, problems. There's loads of problems all the time. They can be super simple. They can be more complicated than that. Now, where do we get those ideas from? We're going to talk about how we generate ideas for our problems today. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to work through some ideas, some processes where you can get ideas from. That's going to help you. And today, you're going to be brainstorming. You're going to be making like a mind map, which you're going to keep of all the different kinds of problems. Now, some of you might say, Mr. G, I've still got my teeny tiny ideas notebook. If you have, you can write them in that. Absolutely fine. That's a great record. It's going to be easier to keep a little book than a single piece of paper. So if you've still got your tiny ideas notebook, use it. If you don't, put it on a sheet of paper, put it somewhere safe. By now you should have realized that you need to have all your things together in some kind of little box somewhere or in a desk. Keep everything together. Don't have them scattered around the house. Isla, are you listening? I hope so. So here's what we're going to do. Yesterday I had a problem. It's a real life problem. Can I use this in a piece of writing? Absolutely. So yesterday I went out on a bike ride. Psh, I got a puncture. Oh no! Had to push my bike. Couldn't repair it because it was actually the valve which came off the inner tube, which is kind of boring, but so irreparable. So then I had to push my bike for a little while and then wait for my wife to come and pick me up in the van. Really annoying because we hadn't gone very far on my bike ride. But I've kept that in my mind. Can I use that in a story? Absolutely yes. We talked the other day about an ice cream falling off the ice cream cone. Okay. When we're doing our reading and when characters are faced with problems, what do? Well, that's a real problem. My ice cream's falling on the floor. What do you do? Okay, so how do we generate those ideas? That's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so we're going to make kind of like a little mind map of how to do this, what this looks like. So I'm just going to start with, I'm going to put right in the middle, okay, problems. Hopefully you can see that. Now, what I really want to talk about are not examples of problems, more, I'm going to turn that light off and see if that helps. There we go, perfect. That's even better. So, I want to talk less about actual individual problems, but more about how you can figure out how to find problems yourself. So, the first thing here, where could you get some ideas for problems? Well, I just talked about one. So, my life. Okay, here we go. My life. Okay, my life. And straight away, well, I had one yesterday. Oh, puncture. Now, I'm just going to write the idea puncture down because, hey, maybe I could use that not just on a bike ride. Maybe I could use that about going on a road trip for the day. Oh, that would be a great problem in a story. Wouldn't be a great problem to have, but it would be a great problem to write about. Now, once you've thought about some problems that you've encountered in your life, then maybe even you can go and ask some parents. What kind of problems do they face? Okay, what kind of problems do they face? Okay, they're going to have different kinds of problems to you, but there's still going to be problems that you can relate to. Okay? Where is another idea that you can get and ideas for problems? Obviously, we're going to go back and use all of these super ninja masters, okay, that are writing, and they're using problems in their stories. Okay, so in books, what kind of problems do you know that some in books or some characters that you know have faced? So start with those, and then this is something, all of these are going to be ways that you can generate ideas for problems, for stories, forever. Okay, all of these will do. And the final one I want to talk about, this is where it gets a bit more interesting, because I want you to think about this. Strong, oh, let me just do my very, okay, strong emotions. Strong emotions. Now, what I'm thinking about with that are some ideas that you might be able to generate things around. This is like a structure of certain things. So, for example, it could be facing danger. Well, Ella told us this morning that she saw a rattlesnake yesterday. Oh my goodness, rattlesnake. If I think about rattlesnake, I think danger, and I think straight away, maybe there's a problem. Oh, what kind of problem could somebody have with a rattlesnake? Well, maybe the characters, somebody gets bitten. Maybe they don't get bitten, but maybe they're trapped because the rattlesnake is in the way of the path. Making it up, using that problem, what might be realistic? Okay, so some kind of danger. Maybe there's a problem around getting into trouble. Now, I got into lots of trouble when I was a kid, and lots of them arose because I would kick balls into people's gardens and hit cricket balls through neighbours' windows. Yeah, that happened quite a few times. I got in quite a lot of trouble. Okay, so there's the problem. Oh, I hit a great shot. Oh, I hit a great goal. And oh, the ball keeps going and crash. Oh, the ball's gone straight through to the neighbour's window. So I had to walk lots of times around to my neighbour and apologise, and then I would have to do lots of jobs to pay it off. So there's the problem, and I explained a resolution to you as well. So, getting into trouble. Maybe there's a problem around not fitting in, not fitting into a group. Wonder if there's any problems you could think about that. The problem is somebody's unhappy. They want to be happy. They want to play, but somebody doesn't let them play, and you're just not quite fitting in. Maybe there could be a problem around wanting something. Maybe there's something you want desperately. Oh, I really, 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 really want this. I really, really want this. And it's even more of a problem if it's just out of reach. And that's not just a physical out of reach. It's not like, oh, I'm reaching for that. I'm reaching for that apple. Oh, I'm reaching for that apple. I just can't quite reach it. And snap, the branch goes and I fall down. There's a problem. But we're talking about something, I don't know, maybe there's a toy that you can't quite afford. Something along those lines. The final one I would think about for a strong emotion is when Okay, when characters find they're embarrassing themselves. I'm sure we've all had situations where we felt embarrassed. That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem when you're feeling embarrassed. So, this strong emotion, really thinking of ideas that you could do that. Now, so what do I expect you to do today? There's a short plan. Keep this in front of you. I'd like you to write a little kind of mind map plan of all the problems or some problems you can think about for problems that you've encountered in your life, problems that your parents have encountered, so you're going to have to go and ask them, problems that you've read in books, that characters that you've read have talked about, and then really thinking about this one. This is a plan that you can take with you forever. Characters that want something, or problems around somebody wanting something, not fitting in, characters getting into trouble. And I'm sure you can think of loads of examples of getting into trouble. Facing danger. There's limitless ideas about facing danger. We mentioned one, snakes. Maybe there's other animals that you could use. Maybe there's situations that your characters might be in that they might face danger. Maybe, and I'm thinking about this one, this doesn't, and you can start to think about the type of writing you'd like to do. Maybe you want to write a science fiction and your astronaut Ed is running out of oxygen. That's facing danger. Top of my head. Can you think of examples where people embarrass themselves? This strong emotion is going to be a connection through all of these. Okay? Because somehow, when you have a problem, there's always a strong emotion attached. Yesterday, when I had my puncture, I felt annoyed that I had a puncture. I felt a bit embarrassed that I didn't bring a spare inner tube. Especially when I bumped into a Madeira family. Which was even more embarrassing. So I'm linking my strong emotion to what happened in my real life. So by the end of the lesson, you're going to have a big list of different things. Now, if you don't want to do it in this format, you want to do it in your teeny tiny ideas notebook, do that. Okay? Do that. Teeny tiny ideas notebook. Absolutely fine. This is a list that I would expect you to add to. As we're doing our reading in your series books, I'm expecting you to find the problems in there and add them to your list. This is something that you'll keep forever. Okay. I'm going to leave that up there so that you can see it. Okay? Have at it.